The Last Bell of Blackfriars. The bell at Blackfriars rang at midnight, even though it had been removed 27 years earlier. Constable Elias Moore first heard it while standing alone beneath the bridge, watching the Thames drag moonlight into broken shapes. The sound was low, deliberate, and impossibly close, as if the iron throat of the bell hung just above his head. He checked his watch. 12 exactly. Moore told himself it was the city settling. London made noises no one could explain. Footsteps where no one walked, whispers in fog thick as wool. Still, the bell rang again, once, twice, then silence. By morning, a body was found on the north bank. Male, early 40s, no signs of struggle, no water in the lungs. He had not drowned. Clutched in his right hand was a brass token stamped with a date, 1899. The old records clerk at Scotland Yard didn't look surprised when Moore placed the token on her desk. "You're not the first," she said, pushing her spectacles up her nose. "You're just the first who heard it." "Heard what?" "The bell." She disappeared into the archive stacks and returned with a leather-bound ledger so old the corners had softened into curves. Blackfriars Bell Ledger, 1897 to 1899. Every entry was brief. Name, date, midnight. The final entry ended abruptly. Thomas Wick, December 31st, 1899. Bell removed, case unresolved. Wick was a watchman, the clerk said. Guarded the bell tower back when Blackfriars still had one. Vanished on New Year's Eve. No body, no witness, no explanation. Moore frowned. "And the token?" "Given to bellmen," she replied. "Proof of duty. They were meant to surrender it at retirement. Wick never did." That night, Moore returned to the bridge. Fog rolled in low and patient, swallowing the riverbanks until the Thames looked like a dark seam torn through the city. At midnight, the bell rang again. Closer this time. Moore followed the sound down the embankment steps, past rusted railings and damp stone, until he reached a narrow maintenance door sealed shut with age. The bell rang once more. From behind it. The door yielded with a groan. Inside was not a room, but a stairwell spiraling downward, far deeper than any bridge foundation should allow. The air smelled of iron and cold water. The bell rang with every step he took, louder now, impatient. At the bottom stood the bell, whole, untouched, hung from a blackened beam. And beside it stood a man in a watchman's coat, face pale as river clay. "You're late," the man said. Moore's hand trembled on his lantern. "Thomas Wick." The man nodded. "They never come on time anymore." "Why are you ringing the bell?" Wick looked confused. "Because it's midnight, and someone must." Moore learned the truth in fragments. The bell had never been meant to mark time. It marked accounting. Each ring summoned a soul that had escaped the river when it should not have. Men declared drowned who lived. Deaths misrecorded. Bodies taken by the Thames but never claimed. The bell corrected the ledger. Wick had discovered this on the last night of the century. He rang the bell too many times, trying to save someone whose name was not meant to be erased. The river took offense. So it kept him. "And now?" Moore asked. Wick gestured toward the bell rope. "Now the city needs a new keeper." The bell rang. Above them, the Thames surged. Moore did not return. The case file was closed as a disappearance. Another name added to no ledger anyone living could see. But sometimes, on fog-heavy nights, people near Blackfriars swear they hear it. One bell, then another. And if you listen closely, you can hear a man counting beneath the sound. Not time, but names.